Hey everyone, skull902 here with that hat guy.
Good evening.
And today we're gonna do I guess a bit of doubles, or at least that's the plan. Uh, First up here is a small like casual hangout sort of stream here with Pac-Man 256, and I'll get into explaining that game in just a bit. It's a pretty fucking addicting mobile game that they released on like Steam and consoles eventually. Uh, and I've been playing the shit out of it lately. Uh, but I wanted to do this also as like a bit of a explanation for what happened last night, because on Vinny's stream, at the end of Vinny's stream last night, I was like, hey, my friends and I are gonna play the next chapter in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. That ended up not happening, and technical difficulties are to blame for that one. Uh, Josh was having the same problem that Vinny was having, except on a bit of a larger scale with the internet connections and stuff. So yeah, that's uh that's how things went down last night. Um, so hopefully we can have a good time with uh, some Pac-Man and just some chill hangout on this stream, and then later tonight, God willing, uh, we'll have Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door Part 3. So yeah, uh, I think that just about explains it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right, there's a lot of wildfires here in the summer where I live, right? And that causes a lot of infrastructure damage to the internet and things like that. So my ISP was a little bit uh, temperamental yesterday. I should call it that, I suppose.
hmm
It went out twice. First of all, you didn't even know about this one. It went out like before I woke up, and that persisted until a little bit after I woke up. And then I thought that was going to be it, eh? So I'm like, all right, we can still do Paper Mario tonight. And then, right when we were about to start, wouldn't you believe it? The whole fucking thing shuts down again for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I sent the link on Vinny's stream, and by coincidence, after I did that and Vinny's stream ended, about a minute after that happened, uh, Josh came in and was like, "Hey, the internet's fucky." So I was like, "Okay, well, we'll have to delay it a bit, but hopefully it by 2 a.m. maybe." But uh, unfortunately, things weren't able to get back in order in time. But we're here now with some Pac-Man 256, and again, we'll also try to get some Thousand Year Door in later on tonight. So what exactly is Pac-Man 256? Well,
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me what wildfires were. I'm like,
oh,
well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he knows what they are.
uh, nah. I'm just gonna explain the game to the audience for a bit. Swift and Aurora, hello. Georgia, hello. Um, this is like a Pac-Man survival game, essentially, where um, you're just trying to go for as long as possible, get as much points as possible, and what helps you with points are like the fruit, like in normal Pac-Man, power pellets. But then, like you see these three squares here, they're power-ups that you can, earn and level up throughout your progress in the game. Uh, I have every one of them all leveled up. So you can tell how much
Do
I've
you?
I've played the game.
Whoa! Look at you! Oh,
It just requires playing the game enough. So yeah. The game also gives you missions and stuff. So the one that it has for me, even though I don't need coins anymore. There's nothing I can spend anything on now that I got everything upgraded. Was uh, using like Shatter here. So that's my current mission. There's also plenty of aesthetics for this game. This is the standard one, which I'll be playing on first. But uh, the one I prefer playing is classic '80s, and I'll switch to that at some point. And then we got like Crossy Road is one of my favorite ones, just because of this chicken. Uh, and then you got ones like this. I'm not much a fan of the normal 256 look, but we got like Pac-Mania here. I quite enjoy that. I love the arcade one though. Uh, so We got a few, but
Well, you didn't explain the lore of Pac-Man 256, though.
what is the lore as I get into
Well,
gameplay here?
uh, the basic premise of it is that the original Pac-Man arcade game there is a level count in the original Pac-Man arcade game, but it repeats the same few levels over and over visually to you as the player, right? But it is, in fact, increasing a number count. And that number count can only be stored, I believe it's a 16-bit integer. It can only go up to 255.
Yeah.
Is essentially what's going on here. And so when it loops around to 256, if you're good enough at the video game to complete the thing 256 times before a game over, it cannot load the level data properly because it's trying to load a level it doesn't know exists.
Yep.
And so it's half a regular level and half a corrupted level that you can no longer win because you can't go over there anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. So in this game, like it's named 256, and if you get a chain of 256 pack dots, then that acts as a screen nuke. Video Game Fan 5, thank you for the $1 donation. Appreciate it, my dude. Robert H. Welcome in, says the pack is back. Georgia, when I switch, I'll do Crossy Road for you.
And so you see, the whole point of this video game is it's an endless maze, but the glitch of the kill level is chasing you.
Yep. Yeah, so you're not looking to clear the board like you would in normal Pac-Man. It's survival, like I said. You gotta go on for as long as you possibly can. Get as much points as you can, too. Like, the fruit are, point multipliers. As well, so that really helps. And now I've used all the power-ups in my loadout here currently. Shatter was like it freezes the ghosts and creates like what is it, like stalagmites that you can smash for points.
Stalactites are the ones that are on the ceiling. Stalagmites are the ones that are on the ground.
Okay, so it would be stalagmites. Beam is fucking amazing, because you yourself are invincible, but you've also got a beam stretching across the vertical planes of the screen. I love that one. Electricity is also great, because you can bite ghosts normally, but you can also get them from a distance with the like occasional electric shock.
I like the small detail of the blue numbers being bit integers. So 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128 and 256.
Yeah. I'll do my best to get a 256 here. On account of having played the game a lot fucking more lately, I've gotten decent at it. My high score is somewhere in like the 40,000. It's like 41,000 something, which is like it's top 5,000 in the Steam version on the leaderboard. So that's pretty nifty. Felicia, welcome to the stream. Says so it's Pac-Man, but as a 2.5D endless runner. Yes. Endless until you die.
Also, Georgia said way earlier that me being on the stream gave her a heart attack. Am I like crazy loud?
Not from my end. And I don't really have any fancy setup either, so the way I hear it, actually, you would be slightly quieter than how I'm hearing it, because that's just how I have things set up.
Hmm.
Maybe Georgia wasn't listening to anything before the stream started, because that could definitely throw me off sometimes.
She did say she was only half listening, yeah.
Oh, I'm boned. I didn't notice you were streaming until I turned my phone and saw this notification. Well, I appreciate you coming by, Spidey.
Yeah, well, there it is. It's that's the glitch of the kill level. You can't get rid of it. You can't try and well, you got to try and avoid it for a little as long as you can. But I think eventually it does claim you.
So you can run away from it for as long as you survive.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you are constantly encouraged to find ways to move up on the screen. So how you all doing, chat? Alright, I should be able to get a 256 now. There we go. Too bad there wasn't a whole lot of ghosts on screen, because visually it's far more impressive when there are. It's a fine day today. Well, good to hear, Spidey. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of Adam Sandler movies, but I remember seeing an ad for Pixels at the movies and got a good chuckle at the cameo from Pac-Man, from the Pac-Man creator. I've been interested in seeing that one, but I don't, like, I know there's a giant Pac-Man that, like, runs around.
It's not a super great film.
Yeah, all I hear is that it's okay, but, you know. So the game has tasked me with picking up the radar power-up, and that one's, an interesting one. Not one of my favorites, but, I mean, it works. 69, nice. Spidey thought that Pixels was okay. Yeah, it's just about what I hear about it. Better than the typical Adam Sandler comedy, but also not great. Oops. Oh shit, I wasn't even supposed to be picking up the radar. Oh well. Let's switch to Crossy Road. Okay, I was supposed to get optics, wherever that is. No. There it is, okay. So a lot of the power-ups in this game are like upgrades of other ones. So for instance, Beam here, I really like that. That's basically like the last form of the laser power up. Laser is just like a straight on laser. Optics here is an upgrade of that where it will turn corners. And then beam is kind of like, you know, uh, it goes vertical and all that. You saw me use beam, and I explained it much better when I first used it.
Oh, you're actually the chicken now.
Yep. And the ghosts are these cars. So it looks like I'm a chicken trying to cross the road. Hey, Joshua Hunter, welcome in. And yes, indeed, Endless Pac-Man. As a chicken, yes. Mobile game stream 1. Well, technically speaking, I'm playing one right now. Oh, okay. Crossy Road is an actual game. Gotcha. Oh. Had a feeling. Are you doing something like similar to this in Crossy Road, Georgia, or? Oh God.
Well, I imagine it wouldn't be quite as much of a Pac-Man thing. I see it as more. I don't know what it is, right? But I see it as more of like a Frogger thing than a Pac-Man thing.
Yeah, perhaps. Hello, Game Master Art 1509. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Come on. Okay. Hi, Roly Poly. Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. Hope that you have a good one. Hop forward and narrowly avoid getting run over. Okay, so it is kind of like Frogger. And now Crossy Road's kind of like Pac-Man. The ghosts each have different game properties, as they do in the arcade game as well. So Inky is slow and goes on like a set along path in circles. Blinky is a complete asshole. Is fast and will chase you to the goddamn ends of the earth.
Shocker!
Yeah, I
You
know.
can't escape me!
And then Pinky is fast and tends to stay in one spot, and then when she sees you, makes a mad dash toward you. Clyde is kind of like Blinky, but slower, and doesn't follow you exactly. So, like Blinky, but with lower accuracy and slower, I suppose. Then you got, like, the purple ones that I believe are called Sue. And they just all line up and go slow across the screen. I'm boned. Hi, Kel. Welcome to the stream. Joshua, to answer your question, it's okay. I haven't been up for too long. Just kind of doing this as an apology for not being able to do Thousand Year Door last night due to technical difficulties. So we're doing this, and then we plan on doing Thousand Year Door as a late night stream later. The green ghosts, I believe, are called Funky, and they also line up, but they're faster. The gray one, I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like Pinky, but you gotta wake it up before it notices you, and it'll chase you with Blinky's accuracy for a little bit. And then the last one is called Glitchy, and it'll take on the properties of most of the ghosts. Not the ones that line up, but like, so sometimes it'll appear as a Blinky and act like one. Sometimes it'll appear as a Clyde and act like one, for instance. And that one can teleport and has ruined many a run. So I hate it. Oh, there it is right now. It's acting like a Blinky. Also, ouch, is it better now? It should be. Josh is here with me. He's the one that is going to be playing the game as he has been.
Now, obviously, I can't control whether or not it'll be better at the time, but like it should be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a 100% guarantee, but you know, fingers crossed. Hopefully. And also, I'm now realizing that that was a question directed at Georgia.
How far can Josh go?
Not everything is about you, Skull.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Like, the window's so fucking big for this game that I gotta like really scrunch the chat window.
What do you mean? How far can Josh go? In this?
I know Josh has the game on his Steam library, but
I don't know what my score is on this game. Less than his.
I know when like if I look up the leaderboards here for friends, it only shows.
Oh, I'm not even there.
Rabid, yeah.
Huh. Maybe I haven't played long enough and they wiped the leaderboard.
Maybe. Alright, so we completed that mission. I forgot what the next one was. I wasn't reading it the best. Let's do... you know, the arcade is similar to the 256 style, so we'll do Pac-Mania first. Okay, my mission here is electric. So I don't have to change my loadout at all, though I probably should have. If I ever stream this again and Josh is here, Josh will have to play some 256 to let everyone know how far he got, what his high score is.
How terrible he is at video games.
Oh, come on now.
I didn't miss the tone indicator. I chose not to convey it to him.
Alright. 256? There we go. Yeah, see, that's much more visually amazing when there's a lot of ghosts on screen. And the effect actually like stretches up for a good while too. Because like it has some ghosts like preloaded in. So sometimes you'll get ones that are off screen. You see their eyes floating about. Georgia says that's because you love the So Discord. Aw, damn.
Aw, ruined your chain.
Fucking Clyde. It's not entirely about getting the chain, though. Sometimes, you know, if you can, like, pick up fruit or whatever, you know, and you just, like, eat a lot of pack dots after getting the fruit, then that also really helps. Game Master says, no P rank. Yeah, I know, right?
Could you imagine if every game had like a crazy secret rank that you had to get?
Oh, it'd be nuts. Oh, Jesus. So many blinkies, man. Fuck. Pac-Man's park music plays in my head. What is what's Pac-Man's park music? I'm gonna switch out optics here for Boom. It's an upgrade of the bomb power-up. With bomb, like you use it once and then it's done with, but you are invincible the whole time that it's active. With Boom here, you can blow up ghosts multiple times, and then when it runs out, much like Bomb, there's a big, huge explosion. From Pac-Mania? Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't played Pac-Mania too much. I think I tried the Genesis version out when I started messing with Genesis emulation about a decade ago, but I didn't keep it for very long. That was going to be a split-second thing. Also, I've decided that I'll switch the aesthetic every time I complete a mission. 256 what? Well, Josh, as he explained earlier, it's a reference to the kill screen of like the original arcade game, and like one of the things that you can do in this one here is get a chain of 256 pack dots. That's why like whenever I eat pack dots, there's a number that follows. And if that happens, then it nukes the screen. Kills all the ghosts on it, and even some beyond. So it's pretty nifty in that way.
Georgia says it was 256 wakas.
The wakas do get pretty loud and fast by the time that you get a 256, so I can believe it. Oh god. Nope. Hi Zoran. Welcome to the stream. Just here for some casual hangout time as I play this. We can talk about anything if you wish. Alright, that'll be mission complete. Hell yeah. No worries, Spidey. Swift, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm beginning to think that the dashboard version of the chat just doesn't show anything, even though I fucking have it set to live chat. Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Okay, so I need to switch to fire, but first I'll switch my aesthetic. Or I guess I'll switch to fire first, whatever. Okay. Josh, do you have a an aesthetic you might want to
I like either classic 80s, the grid, or ZX.
Okay. You know, I've never played on ZX actually, so we'll or have I? I don't know. I definitely haven't played on it very much. That's for sure. So we'll do this. And since kill 20 ghosts with fire is a pretty quick mission, I'll use this one for the course of 2 missions.
This, of course, is the aesthetic for Pac-Man Championship Edition.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, and Zoran was seeing it too, because he said 07 Pack Boy. I'm so imperceptive. Championship is so engaging. Yeah, I really want to give it a shot. I have Championship Edition 1 and 2 on my Steam wish list. It's just too bad I missed out on the summer sale before YouTube paid me, but on the other hand, I wouldn't have been able to get anything anyway because of, like, I'm buying the giveaway prizes for Extra Life. I started on that. And you guys will know what those giveaway prizes are come announcement time. But yeah, I bought a few and I'm getting some help on that, so yeah. But the point was, my money was tied up, and it's even tied up like beyond the next time I get paid too. So maybe someday. Nice to know Pac-Man's immune to his own fire. Yeah, just in case. Remember, folks, if you set a fire, you yourself can't get hurt by it. Also, that's not legit advice.
But also, only you can prevent forest fires.
Exactly.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Oh no is right, Cal. I haven't gotten any fantastic runs here on stream yet, but I'll try. I'd like to... You know, I'm probably not going to break my high score or anything, but like, breaking 20,000 before we end this would be pretty cool.
Okay, Canada, sure.
And you too, Canada. They've had it too good for too long. Hell yeah. Swift says, I was making a reference to the fact that Pac-Man had his name changed from Puckman to Pac-Man to prevent vandalism. Ah, yes, I see. I don't know if you had an original comment there that I just wasn't seeing.
Oh, that's savage, dude! I can't believe you would. I can't believe you would do that to him. I don't know if you had like an original joke, maybe that you would like to tell the class
No,
right
that's
now.
not what I fucking meant. It was like when Scoot was sending me a dare on that Sonic Adventure 2 stream, right? And I couldn't see it for some reason. Pac-Man casually commits arson. Yeah, you know. And now he's planting bombs all over the place. What a fucking menace to society Pac-Man is. I had that electric power up for like a second. Bombs, you want it? We got it.
Yeah. The thing about it is, when he was originally made, the Japanese executives wanted to call him Pac-Man, and they had made some of the machines, I believe, already. When they realized that a P turns into an F very easily
Yeah.
if you were to vandalize the machine. So, in order to make that not be able to happen anymore, they changed his name to Pac-Man instead.
Which sounds a lot better anyway. Someone could still spray paint fuck over Pac-Man. Perhaps, but I suppose then like it'd be easier to clean up. Maybe? I don't know.
Well, if he's Pac-Man, then he's got facts. He gets to wear like a graduation cap and everything.
Show me the Carfax. Aw, the chain's gonna get cut off. Fuck, I was so close too.
Well, I thought you said it wasn't all about the chain.
It's not all about the chain, but you know when you're that close to it, you know, might as well go for it.
Are you talking about how they just discovered lately that the Romans vandalized in the exact same way we do? They left like extremely vulgar messages on walls and stuff.
Well, this run's done for.
Yeah, he is talking about that.
Yeah, I love that. Like, some people have found, like, a fucking, like, Greek or Roman, like, vandalism of, like, Just like people just drawing like random dicks on things, the same way that that people now do. Fun stuff. You're right though, Spidey. Pac is back. Though I feel when Ghostly Adventures came out, it never really left. So that part of the theme song just doesn't really make sense. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Exactly. One of the few constants throughout history. People drawing penises. Shoot. Oh god. Dylan, welcome, says, hey, waka waka walkin' ye. How goes you, Dylan? Swift says the Japanese dub of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures cartoon has a fantastic theme song. Does it now?
Now, before we get into this, here's the joke you've all been waiting to hear. Has Fozzie Bear ever sued Pac-Man?
Oh man. I feel like Fozzie's the kind of character who would have fucked himself over by not copywriting Waka Waka. So he's just like talking to his lawyers and is like, I want financial compensation, Waka Waka, and then like they find that he actually has no claim to his own catchphrase. Oh god, this is gonna be hard. There we go.
Yeah, I guess the Muppets don't seem like the kind of business savvy people to write a stake a claim on things like that.
Oh, there's some characters that I totally feel like would like say if Sam the Eagle had a thing.
Oh yeah.
He seems very uptight and definitely yeah, Swift, you can send it my way. Dylan says I'm doing alright, just want to pop in and see some of my favorite classic games. Oh well, thanks for stopping by, Dylan. You have yourself a good day. Don't know if you were leaving immediately, but the sentiment remains the same. Georgia knows. Tim the Eagle would raise hell.
No, he'd raise heel. And that wasn't Georgia, that was Dylan.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, the chat window is really, really small. I have but poor, pitiful eyes. Aw, damn it. combo. Well, have a good lurk, Dylan, and I'm sorry for getting your name wrong.
You know this is gonna start a thing where, like, I'm gonna start calling Georgia Dylan on purpose.
You stop that right now.
I haven't started it yet.
Well, stop it.
Well,
You
put it
started-
out of motion! It's too late. It's already started.
You were thinking it. The pack is back. Dylan got some nostalgia for Ghostly Adventures, it seems.
We have been asked what our favorite Pac-Man game is.
If we're going like traditional Pac-Man, then probably the Super Nintendo version of Miss Pac-Man. Or well, I suppose I should say like the one for 16-bit consoles, because it was also released for the Genesis. But I say Super Nintendo version because you know, the sound effects are better, as they usually are on the Super Nintendo.
I also enjoy that Georgia did not object at all to my prospect that I would start calling her Dylan on purpose. But anyway, it's a shame the legal battle that Miss Pac-Man has found herself in.
I was AFK, otherwise I would very much object. So the legal battle you were saying?
Yeah, I think there's a third party that owns the rights to Miss Pac-Man as a character now. I'm pretty sure it's the
Cat
One Up
Games.
Arcade guys. Yeah.
Yeah, like Pac-Man should have, or Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man?
I was gonna say Namco rather should
Oh,
have
okay.
just fucking bought At Games, like when they had the chance. You know, clear up all that confusion. Hopefully that gets resolved at some point. Yeah, OG Pac-Man, that's a classic. Out of the traditional ones, I do think I like Miss Pac-Man the most. But
I'm gonna cheat and say that my favorite Pac-Man game is Pac-Man World 2.
yeah, that's why I was gonna you know, make the distinction there, because I got Pac-Man World 2 for my 20th birthday, and as a 3D platformer, I think it's really, really solid. I unfortunately didn't beat the game before my GameCube memory card corrupted, which sucked ass actually, because I lost progress in a lot of games, but Pac-Man World 2 was one of the more devastating ones, because it was so fucking close to the end. There was only like one part that I had been stuck on for a while, like in the undersea world, and like, man, I was just a world away from the ending, man. It sucked.
You never wanted to pick it back up and do it again?
I had the chance to when I had my Wii hooked up, but I had a thing there when I was like, well, you know, if I haven't beaten the game yet, I kind of want to beat it on like the actual GameCube.
Hmm.
And now I just don't have a console set up at all, so
Have I mentioned to you that I've never actually beaten Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door?
You might have.
Because I've never actually beaten Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door.
Well, huh.
I've beaten Super Paper Mario, and I've beaten the original N64 one a couple of times. But, I have never beaten Thousand Year Door. Oh, that's bull.
What the fuck? You can hear the pack dot going off, or the power pellet. That was bullshit. Killed each other at the same time.
And the best part is he got bigger. Like that's their death animation, is that they get bigger and then explode. He got bigger. He was in the middle of getting eaten, and then the game must have been like, oh well, he's also dead. That was the same frame.
That is the first time that's happened to me in this game. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that death sure did suck, Kel. A lot of people like Pac-Man World. Yeah, I loved it too. I only briefly played like a little bit of the Game Boy Advance version of the first game. I own it for PlayStation, but I've owned my PlayStation for 9 years now, almost 10, and I still have never actually used it. Which is fucking sad, because I got Pac-Man World, I got both the Spider-Man games. I have Power Rangers Time Force on it. Which means that I have more PS1 games than Dreamcast games, but far less PlayStation playtime than Dreamcast playtime.
Hashtag free Dreamcast.
As someone who actually has played the Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure. Goodness gracious. So yeah. I would love to play the first game. I'm also interested in Pac-Man World 3.
I'm also sorry, I didn't mean to cut this off. I also really hope they figure out how to emulate the C-Man microphone, because I really want to play C-Man. I've seen C-Man be played through 3 separate times, but I really want to play C-Man, actually, still.
I take it Null DC doesn't have microphone support.
I don't know, because I use a different emulator called Redream. Yeah, that one's really good, but I don't think it has microphone support.
Damn.
And really, I think C-Man's the only game that has a microphone. So...
Yeah, I'm not sure what other games use it. I know it was just a general peripheral, though, for the Dreamcast, so what I'm thinking is that maybe some other games supported voice over chat.
Georgia says, I like playing with C-Men too, which I will offer the following question. How's your father?
Oh, God. Do you believe that the internet is a powerful tool?
I really feel like...
How's my what?
How's your father?
No, no! Damn.
C-Man. I would be happy to tell you if I had one.
Ooh.
You have father figures. You have she has lots of daddies.
Well, if that's the criteria, then Rabbit's gonna be her favorite. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear about any potential family difficulties anybody here has.
But you can have a fish counselor all to yourself.
It's gonna be a real tight window to get this. There we go. It was actually easier than I was expecting it to be.
Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, no. I really like the hearing about the C-Man message thing, the Christmas C-Man, where you could leave, where you could write. It's crazy that that server thing only existed for a week. You bought the Christmas C-Man, and then you were able to write a message and upload it to the server, and then give the present C-Man disc to your friend, and they could read the message off the server like a extended e-gift card from C-Man or whatever you would call it at the time, right? But the servers for that only lasted a week, the video said, up until like Boxing Day that year. So you had to be like on that. You had to read that like right at Christmas or it was gone forever. And I thought that was really strange that they would only keep that up at least until like New Year's, right? You would think.
Yeah, it's very strange that the like was it a week? I thought it was like slightly less than 2 weeks. Either way,
Yeah,
it was
so
a
it's
very small amount of time. Like,
yeah.
you'd think that that would be up for at least like a month. It just seems like a waste of money, especially with how expensive, like, you know, setting up internet stuff like that is even still today, and especially back then.
Well, and it's just like if you're only going to have it up until the day after Christmas, like you're going to give it to them on either Christmas Eve in Japan or Christmas Day. They're only going to have 2 days to go on there and read the message. And then after that, that's it. The whole thing is gone and dead now. So like, why would you like produce all the discs and stuff if they're only going to be around for 2 days?
Pretty much, yeah, it's weird. Like, they could have just had it be C-Man message system, right? And then just theme it for, like, Christmas or Valentine's Day or whatever the case may be. And keep it up in perpetuity for a bit. And again, I'll say, Joshua, I'm sorry to hear about all that. Hope things get better, or have been better. Oh god, oh god. Power pellet!
I may be a little quiet going forward because I'm about to have some soup. Oh, why is the glitch after Pac-Man? You can tell them the story.
Okay, so, excuse me. In the original Pac-Man arcade game, it's the same board every time, but, there's, like, 255 of them. Technically speaking, the game keeps a register of that, but after 255, and you beat the level, the game's like, Hey, I'm gonna try to load the next level. Wait, what the fuck is 256? And then it loads in a level that's half completed, and the rest of it's a glitch. So that's what that little part of the screen is referencing. There is the what's called the kill screen. It's in Pac-Man. It's also in Miss Pac-Man. I don't know if it's in any other of the classic arcade Pac-Man games, but yeah. Eating all the available Pac dots on the half-completed stage is basically like considered the prerequisite for completing Pac-Man. And there is like an absolute high score that you can get, so you can like max out all your points in Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man by essentially getting everything that you possibly can.
Georgia says, "How about arcades? Anyone know lay at them? I can't really handle all the noise."
I gotta tell you, I fucking love Dave & Buster's. Shit is lit. It is pretty loud. It's definitely something you gotta get used to with the noise there, but you know, I never found it overwhelming, which I suppose is a bit remarkable considering like when I was a kid, my hearing was like, I guess it developed faster than some of my other senses, so
Oh, really? I didn't know this about you.
yeah, no, like stuff like fireworks in the movie theater were particularly loud, and I think that's why I probably fucking have tinnitus. Cause
I know I have tinnitus, and I only get it. It only comes back in my right ear when somebody says and talks about tinnitus.
oh man, that's unfortunate.
I'm pretty good at forgetting that I have it, and then somebody says tinnitus, and my right ear goes. Eee!
Yeah, like it usually happens to me when it's really, really quiet, and sometimes it can like in recent years it can get really, really intense. So, like, I know that there's ways you can minimize the effect of tinnitus, like listening to what I believe is called purple noise. So, like, there's ways to help mitigate the effects of tinnitus on you. It's just, like, I think that I have it just because of how sensitive my ears were as a child and being exposed to very loud noises like that.
Sometimes it's kind of weird that like I won't sense it, like it won't happen until somebody brings it up. Like it's kind of weird that you can forget you have it and then it'll go away until somebody brings it back up to me.
Yeah. Like most of the time, I just, you know, I just don't hear it. But then sometimes, and again, like especially when it's particularly quiet, the ringing will start in, and it's the worst when it gets like to that mega fucking loud level, and I'm trying to sleep. God, that's the worst.
Georgia also says, "Imagine just doing the flamenco at an arcade, clicking your castanets at it, then yelling "Ole!" Yeah, like a bullfighter to an arcade machine."
Yeah. Ole, 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 ole.
The Joshua Hunter says, no, not Joshua Hunter, Dylan. I did it now. No one recognizes Dylan.
Oh, so sorry, Dylan.
The 256 glitches because an 8-bit memory can only understand up to 255. So I was right, but I said 16 earlier. 256 would be -1 to the 8-bit machine, which it tries to generate, but it can't because -1 is like it should be a whole number integer for a level, right? And so
Yeah.
level -1 is like a weird glitched up one. Kind of like the minus world in Mario. It tries to load some weird world that doesn't exist in the memory.
Yeah.
Josh perceives everyone as Dylan, but Dylan. Excuse me, I only did that this time. Previously it was Brandon. So I think Dylan's just like some sort of phantom person.
KJ, welcome in. Says, how's everyone's weekend? It's been pretty alright. Had fun on Vinny's stream yesterday. A bit of technical difficulties yesterday with Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, but we're gonna make up for that later tonight with part 3, hopefully, and we're also making up for that with having this here right now. So, hell yeah. Dylan is Ghost Tales. I'm going Ghost. Fuck! Oh,
I want to point out that was right as Joshua Hunter said, look how far Skull is going.
damn it. Oh, I was... I was so close to my fucking high score, too. I got too greedy for power-ups.
Well, I'm going to put the blame on Joshua Hunter for that one.
Nah.
He karmically fucked you up.
Well, you couldn't have known, though. There was stream delay. Feels bad, man. Okay, the wakas are really starting to feel like my head is being drilled into, so I must dip. Well, understandable, Georgia. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and Dylan as well.
Goodbye, Dylan and Sis.
And thanks for stopping by. Yeah, man, that was a really good run. That's only like the second time I've broken 40,000. So my goodness. All right, let's switch on over to my personal favorite aesthetic. Classic 80s. My mission is to get, I believe it was to kill 20 ghosts with tornadoes, so let's just switch that. Okay. I was seeing the score rise and I was like, oh man, jeez, oh no.
Or you get like performance anxiety after a while.
Yeah, once it gets close enough, I'm like, okay, just gotta focus. I noticed it at 39,000, and I was like, oh man, it's getting pretty close. Though I did say my goal for this particular stream was 20,000, so hey.
Yeah, you did surpass it.
Yeah, not often a run goes that deep, but when it does, it's a bit of exciting stuff. Pac-Man 2023 Waka Waka.
Now, do you think? Well, okay. Now I've got two questions. Do you think eventually they're gonna put out Pac-Man 2, Pac-Man World 2 repack, the way they did with Pac-Man World 1?
I would hope so, because I think like if you're gonna do the first one in the series, and you know it's a series, right? It would make sense to do the other ones.
Maybe
Oh,
we don't know if it's sold very well though, huh?
yeah, I suppose that's the thing too. That's another game I have on my Steam wish list. So eventually, hopefully we can get some streams of that going on too.
And the other thing I wanted to mention was, I've now forgotten it. Hang on, I'll get it back.
Oh no, it's Sonic Jam all over again.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Crossy Roads. Well, wouldn't you know, KJ, Crossy Roads is actually a skin for this game. We played with it earlier. I can play with it again after this mission is done. Just to show it off. Shit. Have I still not killed a single one? Oh no, with tornadoes? Fuck. Buddy says can't believe they made 256 Pac-Man games. They probably have by this point, actually.
I finally remembered what the other thing was. Do you think they're ever going to bring back his original family?
I have hope that maybe they'll, see the light on that, essentially, and,
Well, it's less about
either...
seeing the light on it. It's more about, like, they have to solve the Miss Pac-Man thing first. And then after that, like, the other citizens of Pac World come kind of second to that. But...
yeah, I mean, hopefully there's a way for Namco to either just get perpetual licensing rights, or that they can just buy the rights outright, which I think would be good. They'd probably, what I'm thinking is that they would have to do like some weird trade sort of deal, like how
like, you get Miss Pac-Man, we get Miss Pac-Man, and you get Blaster Master.
it's like something. Yeah, like I'm thinking about how Disney reacquired the rights to
Oswald?
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for the contract of Al Michaels, which is one of the weirdest fucking things of all time, but I mean, if it got them the rights.
Yeah, but they'd have to do Miss Pac-Man, and then they'd have to. I think they would have to bring back the other characters. You know, like Pac Baby and the dog that they have.
Yeah, I'm surprised they changed Chomp Chomp because I'm fairly certain Namco made that one.
Well, they changed everybody. Now he's got like. There's two other weird female Pac-Man that stick with him for a while. I think one of them is his sister or whatever.
Fucking stupid revisionist history bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And you can see them in the Pac-Man Museum Plus capsules. He's got like figures of his family, his new bastard family that he made away from his wife and child.
Yeah, it really just makes Pac-Man out to look like a player, you know, who, again, just changes history to his Pac whims.
There's a big... They should do a relationship drama Pac-Man game. Where Miss Pac-Man's like, I left you because you got with that hussy new Pac lady.
Pac Charles treats me a lot fucking better than you do.
Yeah.
Just a fucking dating sim Pac-Man game, and then, like, at the end of the story, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man realized that they were both in the wrong for what went wrong in their relationship, and they reconcile.
You know, Taylor made me listen to a bunch of those Kid Stuff records a while ago. You might not remember the brand. Do you remember the brand? Kid Stuff Records?
That sounds very unfamiliar.
Okay, well, they did a bunch of, like, wouldn't you know it? They did a bunch of Kid Stuff records. But they put out records of pop culture things that have a children's slant to them. And they did a couple of Pac-Man albums in the 80s and a Donkey Kong album. And you might know...
Oh, yeah, the song by Donkey Kong Jr., like, man, I'm sad that my dad's captured that meme boy Mario.
Well, actually, the song I was referring to that everybody knows from that record is that Donkey Kong used to live in a zoo.
Right.
In the narrative story they're telling, and the zoo has been torn down to make way for a new construction site. They're building something at a construction site, and that's what leads into the Donkey Kong from the video game, where it's Donkey Kong going back to the construction site. The song's called No More Zoo for You. And yeah. That was by Kid Stuff Records, was the point of that diatribe. But they also did a Pac-Man album, as I mentioned, and because Pac-Man has next to no story, it's all about the brand new story they cooked up is in fact a relationship drama between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, but it's more so that Pac-Man doesn't pay attention to her and value her needs.
Wow, man, Pac-Man really is the asshole. Damn. Though I feel like the death noise happened in our... What did his fucking eyes kill me? I'm reminded of a joke that Clement made in the last world of Pac-Man World during his Let's Play of it that also paints Pac-Man in sort of a selfish light. Oh, Miss Pac-Man, my beautiful wife. What attracted you to me the most was that you were me, but with a bow on your head.
And also, you took my name already, so...
Who's the musician here? It's not really a whole lot of music. I guess it would be whoever the composer was for the original Pac-Man. Because like it's all remixes of that. Alright, mission complete. So for KJ, whenever this one ends, I'll switch back to Crossy Road.
I did know that Hubert had a cartoon.
Oh yeah, it was part of Saturday Supercade, wasn't it?
Pretty sure, yeah. Alongside, wouldn't you know it, Pac-Man and Donkey Kong.
Well, Pac-Man was its own standalone cartoon.
I think they aired it in that block, though.
They could have. It would have made sense for them too. Yeah, a lot of popular video games had cartoon adaptations back in.
Sorry, I can't think of Saturday Supercade Donkey Kong without thinking of the bit where Donkey Kong, like, they're at the top of a mall staircase or whatever, and Donkey Kong hurls Pauline down toward Mario in a fit of hurling barrels at him. And when he realizes that he's instead thrown Pauline at him, he goes, "Huh?" And the camera zooms in on his eyes really far, and it's really funny to me.
It does sound amazing.
Geez, who produced the Pac-Man album I was talking about? Let's see. Well, I know they were made for Kid Stuff Records. I will get back to you in a minute on who the narrators were for the story.
Thank you, Spidey, for the donation of 10 pesos. Much appreciated, my dude. Damn it. Always so close to the 256.
Okay, the record does not state who the narrators of the story are, so...
Ooh-wee.
But
oh, no. Fuck.
I think you can listen to them on YouTube if you're so inclined. But my favorite part of those Pac-Man records is they got the only music Pac-Man ever starts with, like the only music Pac-Man basically ever has, and where it's like, you know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then it does the like during the cutscenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got the cutscene music to start the record, but it's like drunk.
Oh.
It's like crazy slowed down and lower pitched, so it goes with like the record bookends itself with and it's incredible. You have to hear it.
And then, of course, the odd part about it all is the middle-aged guy you hear immediately afterwards. So, you know, it's like, do-do-do-do-do. More rum, please.
Look, it's that guy just doing it. Oh, I would have paid a lot more to hear it if it was that guy doing an a cappella version of that track. I'm pretty sure their like synth machine was broken or whatever when they produced that. But they were so proud of it, it bookends both Pac-Man albums. Start and finish.
Who's to say? Maybe they were proud of it.
So the first album is it's like a musical album, and that is the relationship drama I'm talking about, where Miss Pac-Man laments that Pac-Man never spends time with her and doesn't cater to any of her needs. And then afterward, the second album is more of a narrative story where like there's not as many songs because they realized that not many of them could sing. So they tell a story instead. Which is when they also realized they aren't very good character writers. But
it's for children. Who's gonna give a fuck?
the Kid Stuff Records guys, they put out in just over a decade, they put out 600 albums.
They must have gotten a shitload of licenses.
Which, if you do the math, is approximately one album a week for 10 years.
Damn, bro. Swift, I can't say I was seeing blue blood. Is that what like the OG Pac-Man maze was looking like to you, or was it like when the ghosts explode? Because I suppose then that's kind of bloody, but it's not actually blood. The spooky ghost ectoplasm.
I can't ask that question. I've asked you a lot of raunchy questions. I'm not about to ask you this question that just popped into my head.
Well. Oh, it is when the ghost explodes. Yeah, you know, YouTube doesn't have any restriction. Neither does the ESRB, I guess, on ectoplasm spatter.
Wow, does everybody know what Crossy Roads is but me? Because, like, at least 3 of you were like, oh wow, Crossy Roads, look at that. And I have no idea what this game is.
I needed an explanation from Georgia earlier, so you're not alone. It looked like the chicken looked familiar, but I couldn't like place my finger on whether it was just an aesthetic here or.
Okay, Katie, you just got here. You have no idea what my question was going to be. It was going to be disgusting, but you have no idea what this question was going to be.
This is Pac-Man 256, Katie. Crossy Roads is a theme that you can.
I wish you could have Dig Dug in this. Like,
Dig Dug would have been great.
Like, you can have Dig Dug in Championship Edition, but you can't have it here.
That is a bit strange, then. Because it's not like there's a shortage of themes that you can play in this, too. So yeah, it would have been cool to have Dig Dug.
Didn't want to get that fruit, huh?
Sometimes, like, you know, if I got a big enough chain, I'm like...
Yeah, but get the fruit in the basket, it's fruit.
Well, I got the apple. Not quite as valuable as the orange, but there's an orange coming up, so.
This is those kind of things that can only really make the one time. Like, there can't be a Pac-Man 256 2. I feel like that would just ruin the novelty.
Yeah. Pac-Man 602.
Yeah. It would be 512, I believe, is 256 doubled, but
Oh, right, yeah. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Anybody remember Professor Chaos, like from South Park? If so, then yes.
I think you mean the Chaos Emeralds.
I'm going to assume you mean the Chaos Emerald. Well, in fact, I have one of the Chaos Emeralds right here. Mr. President, put your hands in the air and step back. Chaos control. Absolutely one of my favorite Sonic memes.
Now, if the president was threatening to do something bad on a podium, like if the president was just about to say Chaos Blast and annihilate everybody in the audience, does the Secret Service have the authority to stop them from doing that? Can they, like, tackle them and be like, you were about to Chaos Blast the entire audience, I can't let you do that to the audience?
Yeah, there's not really any legal precedent for it. I suppose if it was determined by a court, because it would definitely go to court. And if, like, the court was like, yeah, everyone in the room was in danger, you had no choice but to attack the president, then, yeah, I think the likely outcome would be that it would be deemed legally justifiable.
I think the weirdest part about being president is that you still have your Secret Service detail after you stop being president.
I think the idea there is that a former president can be too much of a target. So just in case, you kind of have to keep them safe.
Yeah, but, like, now you have to have guys in your house for the rest of your life. Just like, in black suits and stuff. Sitting around watching you eat and stuff like that.
Yeah. I know, I think it was George W. Bush said one of the things that he really misses about pre-presidential life is that he is only allowed now to drive his vehicle while on his own property.
Oh yeah, you're not allowed to drive anymore when you become the president too.
Yeah, no driving on public roads. Yeah, Katie, you know, here come the men in black, Galaxy Defenders. Here come the men in black.
What do you think of the prospect of the Men in Black cartoon, where they made again a cartoon for children based off an M-rated property, R-rated property?
Was it R-rated? I thought it was PG-13. I mean, it's still like a little weird, but I guess I don't know. I'm not sure what the perception of Men in Black was like around the time that it came out. So maybe it was one of those where they were like, "Oh, this is kind of like an inoffensive PG-13." Because sometimes you get that, like Melee, for instance, just as a video game example, was rated T. But like, there's not really anything in there that, say, I as a parent, or like,
Say Brandon is a non-existent parent?
in the hypothetical situation that I had a kid, I wouldn't look at anything in Smash Bros and be like, oh, no, that is too much for a child, you know.
It's because of lyrics, I'm told. They had to tone down the rap, the DK rap, because they had the. It is rated PG-13, by the way. I just looked that up.
Yeah, it's not as much.
One
yeah,
of the movie reviews for parents' websites, like, is this movie good for your children, though? Rated Men in Black a 2 out of 5.
It's like, you could, but we don't recommend it. Yancy, welcome to the stream. Says, Pac-Man, what are you doing? Well, I figured that this would just be, like, a good game to, like, chill and, like, talk about random shit with. You know, just something in the background. I guess another example of a game that would be good for that was Josh suggested doing, like, Tetris, with this format, before. So yeah, that's the point of this. So I just felt like having a good old time. And you know, if I end up breaking my high score, which I almost did at one point, then you know that's not gonna happen right now, but you know it could. Katie says, my parents let me watch Men in Black when me and my older sisters were kids. And then again, my parents also like the Men in Black movies. Well, I mean, there is kind of a limit to that, though. A bit of an exaggerated example, but, you know, my mom liked George Carlin, but wouldn't have exactly been allowed to listen to his stand-up routine, I think, when I was 6 years old. Let's try this one. I think it's a little ugh, but it's different.
But you know what you would be allowed to listen to at 6 years old?
Plenty of things, I'm sure, but what were you thinking?
George Carlin narrating Thomas and Friends.
Oh yeah, bro. Like George Carlin was the fucking narrator that I grew up on. Him and Alec Baldwin. But I'm sure my mom or my dad wouldn't have been so eager to tell me like what the narrator from Thomas was most known for. Okay, the power pellets are cubes, which is gonna actually kind of confuse me because. Or, well, no, I suppose, like, the free power-ups are just kind of floating spinny cubes, so that shouldn't be too bad. The pack takes crack. I don't know so much about that, Spidey. I mean, you could. I don't know Pac-Man personally, but
When you think about it, video game characters put a lot of trust into us.
they do, yeah. They put their lives in our hands.
Yeah.
And I have been failing Pac-Man on that point considerably today.
What do you think this could be a question for chat too, if you guys know about this. What do you think the weirdest fourth wall break in the video game has been?
Probably some of the shit that C-Man pulls, to be honest.
I suppose, yeah, because it's more on a personal level. It's about you now, right? So,
Yeah, that one gets pretty deep. Pokemon theme song says the power is in your hands. Use the power that's in your hand. We all live in a Pokemon world. Oh.
and then of course, everybody knows now that PlayStation C-Man fucked Dreamcast C-Man. So, that's like the biggest fourth wall break. Because there's even a huge Sega Dreamcast sign before Dreamcast C-Man shows up.
Yeah, that one I think is pretty wild. Oh.
I would love it if they had released it over here. If PlayStation C-Man had a different voice, but they got Dreamcast guy back to do Dreamcast C-Man.
That would have been interesting. So I suppose like you can have multiples if I remember correctly, and they all have the same voice because they're the same species. I guess is the idea.
Yeah, yeah, and then like there's all the bits where like they're children and they cannibalize each other. They all have the same voices then. Excuse me.
Well, Joshua Hunter, I hope that you enjoyed your time here, and you have yourself a good day, my dude. If you happen by again, I look forward to seeing you.
When Germa was streaming C-Man, he discovered that there was one that just wouldn't say anything and just swim underneath everybody. And then when all the other ones were talking to him, the one that never said anything would swim by and eat them.
Oh no. How dare
And
that
so-
C-Man?
And so he in his chat was like, "That guy's been team killing the whole time. He's been sitting at the corner team killing the entire match."
What an asshole. I hope he goes to timeout.
Buy another Dreamcast. You never know when you might need another one.
You know, C-Man's got a pretty fair point there. What if your first Dreamcast breaks? Especially,
Yeah.
especially now, you know, there's no such thing as Dreamcast warranty anymore. All the grandmasters of fixing Dreamcast have probably died off. Hi, Lucky Tails, welcome to the stream. How be you today, my dude?
I've been a good boy today. George has been gone for at least half an hour by now, right? And I've never once said the noise that she makes when she sneezes.
You did impersonate her, though, and then she said that's not what I sound like. Hi, Scoot. Welcome.
I think that on the level of Georgia offenses, the making the noise that she makes when she sneezes is absolutely the worst offense. I feel like she would corroborate me on this.
That's probably number one, yeah. How have I not had a single orange yet?
Would I like to be a top hat today? How do you mean?
He becomes possessed by the top hat that his avatar wears.
Yeah.
It's called That Hat Guy because the hat controls his mind. My god.
I'm just a meat puppet for the hat.
Exactly. Oh, it's a great horror story.
I would just be that hat. I suppose. Yeah, that does make you do make a good point.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a really scary thing. So there is a company that produces extremely well-made figures that are incredibly expensive. And they're called 3A Toys, right? So, number 3, letter A, Toys. This stream is not sponsored by them, but they make incredible action figures. And they used to sell figures of the robot Pyro from Team Fortress, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you bought this set of figures for 400 American dollars, what you got was a promotional item of their mascot, who is called the Nabler. Okay? And I'm going to tell you about the Nabler right now. The Nabler is a floating metal alien head that has one eye. Right? Okay?
Yep.
With me now? He's got an eye and a jaw. And what he does is he latches onto somebody's head, eats their pre-existing head, and then proceeds to eat all of their memories from the inside.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not friendly.
But while he's doing that, because it takes him a while to do that, he like puppeteers the rest of their body. Just walks around for a little bit, you know? And then when he's done eating all of their memories, he pops himself out, leaves the body on the floor, goes to find somebody else. And that's the story of the Nabler.
That's pretty horrifying.
Yeah. It's even more horrifying in the context of Team Fortress, because that means that's already happened to the Pyro.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and he's just right now in the process of having his memories be eaten by the Nabler. I'll get you a picture of him. Chat wants to know what I'm talking about. I'll get you a picture of the Nabler.
Oh man.
Okay, there he is. That's the Nabler currently eating the pyro from Team Fortress.
The Nabler in all of his glory. Oh yeah, this run's done for. And I still haven't eaten a single orange. Just check Discord real quick. Spidey says that's crazy. Oh, and I see the Japanese Ghostly Adventures theme song there, Swift, and I will I'll get to that after this ends. We've just about hit 2 hours, so I think what I'm gonna do is you made it pretty far, Skull902. Well, thank you. I'm gonna switch it back to 80s aesthetic. And we'll play, let's say 3 more rounds. Either 3 more rounds or me breaking my high score, whichever comes first. It is indeed so retro, Spidey. The original Pac-Man from the 1800s. Yeah, you know, Pac-Man is pretty old now. One of the oldest modern characters in fiction history. There we go. 256, just what I needed. Will Skull ever beat his high score? Find out next time on Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Nah, this is not. This ain't Ghostly Adventures. This is Pac-Man 252. Why, if this were Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, I would hate myself for playing it.
Yeah, that is a game as well as a cartoon, huh?
Yeah. I've never actually seen any of the game, but I think I remember hearing that it's not very good, which is not a surprise whatsoever. My favorite Pac-Man character is skull902. Oh, I appreciate the support, my dude. Fuck yeah.
On Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures TV show, Pac-Man is voiced by Debbie Derryberry, says Katie.
Same as Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron, yes.
That's pretty nifty. There's like one other character, I know he's voiced by Samuel Vincent, who was Sonic's singing voice in Sonic Underground, as well as Double D in Ed, Edd n Eddy. Oh, and Bugs Bunny and Baby Looney Tunes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know what they say, there's lots of fun at Granny's house. Games to play, balls to bounce. I don't know anyone else, like, in the chat, rather, if, like, a whole lot of you have seen much of Baby Looney Tunes, but, for those who have, can we agree that Sylvester is the best character?
I can't weigh in on that.
I haven't seen, like, a shitload of it, but I feel like I've seen enough to know that Sylvester is my favorite character in it.
How so?
Well, like, Sylvester in, like, the main cartoons is, like, you know, he's kind of a dick, trying to eat Tweety and all that, but, like, in the cartoon, or rather in Baby Looney Tunes, he's just trying to, you know, mind his own business. He's just a sweet little guy.
You know, now they're doing that new preschool show, Bugs Bunny Builders.
I actually was not aware of that. I did see the intro or whatever for the new Tiny Toons show, and like, I hope it's better than the Animaniacs reboot.
I believe his high score is somewhere in the realm of 40,000.
41,600 something. So we'll see how this one goes. If I can just find a power up.
What was it about the Animaniacs show that you didn't like? Is it the same reason you don't like 2017 DuckTales, even though it is objectively a fantastic show?
Well, I mean, Animaniacs didn't feel cynical. It just, I just wasn't really into its humor.
Are you waiting for that to wear off?
Yeah, because, like, if I can guarantee that I have a power-up on most of the time, then I feel a little more secure, with my, attempts to keep going. Oh, shit. Gotta make a decision here. God fucking damn it. It's always the teleporting one. Okay, well, not always, but...
You came fairly close that time.
Yeah. It's tough to get up there. Alright, my mission is the Pac-Man power-up. So this one sends out clones of Pac-Man that like hunt ghosts down. So we'll keep going here. I have 2 attempts left before I'm gonna cut off stream and take a break, and then again we will be back later, hopefully, with part 3 of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. So it's not over for tonight, but we'll be taking a break for a couple hours after this is over. Yeah, no, Bro902 did not get a high score, unfortunately. That one run, man, I was so fucking close. This is unfortunately one of those power-ups where, like, Pac-Man himself is defenseless. It's almost like a projectile. I'm just gonna pause for a sec. I had like a notification in the corner of the screen. One thing I really like is when you unpause, it does do that countdown, so you aren't just immediately thrown back in the action and get fucked up. Alright, for this one, I'm gonna go back to Boom. I feel like Boom, Electric, and Beam are like the 3 best power-ups in the game. Spidey said skill issue. Well, you know, it happens sometimes. Most of your runs aren't gonna get very long, so that's just one thing you're gonna kind of have to keep in mind in this game. There we go. Beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. Go after me. I hope I haven't lost your support, everyone.
Let's see, what number is this now? You got 2 left, or is this the last one?
This is the last one.
Oh, this is the last one.
Yep. Thank you, Cal. Ah, man, just 3 off. That's unfortunate. Shit. Yeah.
Oh dear. No.
Oh, darn.
Well, hey, you got close though.
Yeah, man. That one timer is just like 1,500 points off.
Yeah, damn.
Ooh,
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to make it someday.
yeah. Just gotta keep going for it. This was a interesting little experiment here for a casual sort of stream. So, yeah, my goodness, everyone. That was Pac-Man 256. Yeah, so close indeed, Kel. Uh, but I hope that you all enjoyed this here little again is kind of like an experiment. Casually playing a game, having some conversation in the meanwhile, and all that. I hope that you guys enjoyed. And once again, fam, the plan later on tonight is for a late night stream of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door with Rabbit and Josh.
Yeah, looking
Uh,
forward to it.
yeah, so we'll try to start that between 11 and 12 Eastern time. Have like some late night fun with that one with Chapter 3, and hopefully all works out then. Uh, Seems like a nice challenging game. Oh yeah, it is. And the thrill of going to like unlock all the power ups and level them up and stuff. It's an addicting one for sure. KJ asks, "Are you excited for football season in about a month?" Uh, we'll see how the Lions do. Uh, you know, uh, I I follow football. It's not my favorite sport, but yeah, what time is it now, Eastern time? It's 9:12 Eastern time. So uh, hopefully starting in around about 2 or 3 hours around that time, we'll at the very least we'll try to be started before 2 a.m. So yeah, um, we'll see how that goes. But again, I'd like to thank you all for showing up here and having a fun time with Pac-Man and all that. Would definitely not mind doing this again. Um, okay, thanks, Cole. I'll try to be at the next stream today. Oh well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Um, So yeah, guys. With all that said, we'll see you for the next chapter of Paper Mario later tonight. But for now, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. So until then, I've been skull902.
That hat guy.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.